We're gonna try this again. I just started a live and I got a phone call. So we're gonna see if I can get through this live before the phone rings again. So anyway, today we're talking about the importance and why you need to set up an AdSense account. See that? Mm-mm-mm. This is a very important thing. I got it in the mail yesterday. Okay. So when you get monetized and you get accepted into the YPP YouTube Partner Program, you have to have an AdSense account in order to get paid for your YouTube Partner Program. Okay. So I got this in the mail. I was a little concerned because I got an email from Google on the 19th. I mean, the 18th. And I think yesterday was the 26th. So this did not arrive until 8 days later. I felt like that was kind of a long period of time to come from California, but it did. Okay. So why do you need this? When you set up a AdSense account, and I'm going to answer some questions about that, you have to get a PIN in the mail. This is a PIN, it's very important. Without this, you can't get paid, okay? So they verify your have a physical address to legitimize the account. So this is the way that they can legitimize the account, because they're going to be sending me lots and lots of money. Then it's important for them to know how to pay me. So I'm going to talk a little bit about setting up the account, why you need to do it, and some little details that I learned about it. But let me just open this. This is like an unboxing. I'm not going to show my pen, but I'm going to see what this looks like from the inside, and then I can tell y'all. I'm not going to show y'all my pen, but I just want to see what the inside looks like, okay? So let's see what this thing looks like on the inside, all right? So, okay, yeah, it's got a good number in there. All right, so let me just tell you that I had one big question, and I may answer this like on a YouTube short and let people see this video. One of my questions was, if you have more than one channel that you're wanting to monetize and that you get money from Google for, do you need a AdSense account for every channel that you have? Well, first of all, that answer is you do have to have an AdSense account linked to each channel. However, every person can only have one AdSense account. You cannot make multiple AdSense accounts. The reason they do that is because it's linked to your name and like your social security number, and you're basically like an entity to Google. So you can have multiple businesses, meaning multiple channels to your AdSense account. I can have multiple businesses linked to my social security number. I cannot have multiple AdSense accounts floating out there with my social security number on it. So the answer is you can have multiple channels connected to one AdSense account. So this is very, very important. You are not going to get paid unless you have this verification and this PIN. So this is like a big day, because this means that the money I've been generating on my other channel, which, by the way, remember, I just got monetized. I think it was February 12th was the day that I got accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. And today is the 27th. So it's only been, a couple of weeks since I've had this experience. So it's really fun. I'm enjoying it. And that's why I'm going to do it on this channel. I'm going to show y'all how I got monetized on my other channel by talking about it on this channel, and then seeing y'all see the experience of getting monetized on a channel. Okay, so I'm going to do it in real time. I'm going to do it with videos. I'm going to do it with live streams, and I'm going to do it with shorts. So I'm showing y'all how to utilize YouTube to help you get your channel seen by more people. One thing that I want to say is that the reason I do live streams is because live streams get promoted more heavily than like just a long form video that you would upload. I found that out with my other channel. Once I started doing live streams, my channel took off. And I will tell y'all that I grew, like, it took me 19 months to figure out how to get to just 398 subscribers. And then once I started live streaming, my subscriber count went up to 550 in 1 month. So I exceeded a 400 YouTube subscriber count in a 1 month that it took me 19 months to build when I was just doing long form videos. Okay. You know, long form recorded videos. With live streams, I was getting marketed. And so that was my little secret that I figured out for myself. Okay. So, such a beautiful day. That's why I'm outside today. So I'm going to make another video probably down the road, maybe showing how to set up an AdSense account, but I'm just going to tell you that you have to go to AdSense. You have to, make sure you pick an email address that's maybe like a all-encompassing generic email address. Since I have 3 channels, I didn't want to use like my travel email address or my wellness email address or my oneness email address for my AdSense account. I wanted to pick a email address that was kind of the generic, holding email address, for my Avanti Creative Marketing Company, so that I could just have it all go to one place. So that was important. Also, the other thing I want to mention is that if you ever hire people to help you and they have to log in to your Gmail email or your Google account, you don't want them to be having the login details for the account that accesses the money. So think about that. You need to create an email address that's all private to you. And that's the email address you want to use for all your money and all the important information. There is a way to give permissions to certain accounts to work with your account. But I don't know how, I haven't done that yet, so I don't know how restrictive that is and whether or not it limits them from seeing certain things. So just as a safeguard, make your AdSense account, which is so critical to money, a separate login than your Google account. Does that make sense? That's how I did it, okay? Because I just didn't want there ever to be any access to changing the bank account confirmations and everything towards somebody else, like just an employee that I was using to help me edit my videos or something. So something to think about. Anyway, I set up my AdSense account in one night. It took me about an hour. And you can do your AdSense account before you ever get monetized. AdSense is really like a way for you to put a credit card and payment and bank account information on your channel, and you have to verify it. You have to give like routing numbers and things, because they also, by the way, have to submit a deposit into your account, and it takes about 3 days, and then it'll show up in your deposit. Mine happened to be 1 cent. And then Google says, how much did we give you? And you're supposed to go back into AdSense and validate how much they gave you, and it matches up, and they go, okay, the transaction went through, everything's good, your account's ready, it's verified. And then you get this PIN in the mail, and if you don't get the PIN, this document here, if you don't get this in the mail, you have like one more chance of requesting it. So make sure that your address is correct and all your mail postal service is working properly before you request it, because they only do it a few times. Um, and I don't even know if there's another way of validating yourself. Um, so yeah, I set up my AdSense account, and then you have to link it. Then you take your code and you go back into YouTube, and you have to put your AdSense account attributed with your channel. And I think I still have to do that now that I have the PIN, but I get to use that same AdSense account and put it on all 3 of my channels once I'm monetized on this one and then my travel channel. And so the reason I'm doing 3 channels, it sounds like a lot, but one thing I've learned, because I set up 3 podcasts, is that on my podcast, and you can't always have a rollout schedule where you have a lot of guests lined up unless you have like a team working for you. And so I always just wanted to be able to, these things are my passions. I'm passionate about my natural wellness. I'm passionate about my spiritual development and personal and self-development, which is the Oneness channel. And I'm passionate about travel. And I wanted to use my marketing and sales background to help bring attention to the travel industry, so that when I'm ready and able to start traveling more frequently, be a little bit more nomadic, then I have my channels that are supporting me financially, and then I can go explore for the next like 5 years or something. So that would be, like a dream. And sometimes you don't have enough paid time off to do all of that. But I had a girl on one of my channels, the travel channel, and she maximized her paid time off. So it's possible, and it's definitely something that I'm passionate about. So I digress. So AdSense account, I think I answered some questions, like you go to AdSense, takes about an hour, fill out all the information, validate bank accounts, put your address in so they can send you the PIN. The PIN took about 8 days for it to arrive. I was getting a little nervous that the mail system was not going to get it to me, but it arrived yesterday. And then I have to log back in and connect my PIN to the AdSense account. And then from there, I put the AdSense account on my channel, and that's when that's when they're gonna start paying me. And just one more thing about that is, you probably heard this before, but they pay at the end of the month. So like at, the 21st or the 26th, you'll get a payment. Now you have to have accumulated $100. And if you haven't accumulated $100 in your first month, then they will keep accumulating the money until you get to $100. And then when you get to $100, they'll pay the $100 into your account, or over into your account at the end of the month. So I'm currently not at the $100 mark in the first 2 weeks, but I will tell you that the videos accumulate. I'm making a good CPM. My CPM is like $24, which is at middle of the road. Some CPMs are like $5. Lots of CPMs are $10. I feel like my CPM being at $24.98 or something is high, 25. Now you can get a $40 CPM too. And the CPM is the cost per mila, which is 1,000. So it's basically what the advertiser pays. The cost of advertising per 1,000 views is $24. But you only get a portion of that because Google takes their cut. And then that is the way that you can determine, where your ad content is, where your video content is pulling in the value based on what you're talking about. Okay. So, so this is really what I wanted to talk about, is getting the PIN, attaching it to your account, and the importance of that, and making sure that you know that you can do this AdSense account thing before you ever get monetized. I didn't do it. I waited till I got monetized because I was so laser focused on getting monetized that I just didn't want to get distracted with the other stuff. I just kind of wanted to go through the journey of, achieving one thing first and then doing the other thing. And plus, AdSense accounts are used for buying ads on Google too. So that's another piece of it. I could buy an ad through my I don't just get paid from Google for my YouTube channel through AdSense. I can also buy ads for anything really. You just have to set up ads through AdSense. So it's just their portal. It's their payment portal. It's their portal where they receive payments, and it's their portal where they're pushing out money to people's bank accounts. Okay, so that's the importance of setting up your AdSense account and kind of the process of going through that and getting the PIN. And so I just wanted to share that with y'all before I go and attach my pin. It was just a little bit of excitement from yesterday, and I just wanted to do a video talking about it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about other things later today. I've got some time, and I'm going to put some videos on this channel today. All right, talk to you later. Bye, guys.